there. Welcome back to Miraculous Chats with Court. So we are so excited to see you back here, and we're excited to announce that we have 2 episodes coming out this month. We have this one, which is talking about the Shanghai special and a couple of the spoilers we've seen over the last couple of months. And we have part 2 for May, which is coming out this Friday, that is talking about episodes 1, 2, and 3. So make sure to come back Friday and see that episode too. So without further ado, here's the episode. Thanks, bye! Hi guys, welcome to Miraculous Chats with Court. Today I am joined by Hahyeon and Milla, awesome TikTokers, super sweet people. Guys, go ahead and say hi.
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 I'm Hahyeon and I love Miraculous.
I'm Milla. I also love Miraculous.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for coming on. Today, what we're going to talk about is the Shanghai special that actually came out a couple of weeks ago. Well, to start us off, do you guys have like any standout moments or an overall opinion of the Shanghai special? Like, what are your initial thoughts on it?
Well, for me, okay, I don't want to like put the mood down or anything, but I like the New York special better.
I agree.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that too. I like the Shanghai special, and for as much as it was anticipated, it was kind of a letdown for me.
Yeah, me too. No, I feel like the New York special was much deeper, you know, because someone said, or I don't know, accurate, but they said the New York special, or not the New York special, the Shanghai special takes place between season 2 and 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like it's like kind of the beginning, so it's not as intense, you know?
I've always been kind of confused by the placement of the Shanghai special, and I do agree with the fact that the New York special is a little bit superior. I just think it had more of like a point and like a point A to point B compared to the Shanghai special.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with both of you. I'm a big fan of the New York special, so it was hard for me going into the Shanghai special. I'm like, I don't know if this is going to top the New York special for me, but I just thought that was going to be like my bias. But then watching it, I'm like, this was more of a, like, Ladybug and Cat Noir seemed like the side characters in this. Like, you were in Faye's origin story. Like, this was Faye's origin story. This wasn't really Ladybug and Cat Noir. It was Ladybug and Cat Noir in Shanghai, but here's Faye.
It was like the Lady Dragon, like Miraculous movie.
Yeah.
No, even they didn't really explain her Miraculous, you know? There was so much that she had like, what, 10 Kwamis around her?
Yeah, and it wasn't even a Miraculous, was it? They said it was the prestigious, right?
Yeah. So what even is the prestigious? Like, they never even like told us what that was. They just said that the bracelet was associated with it. And like, we got nothing about it at all.
Yes, exactly. And also, if it took place between season 2 and 3, why didn't they mention it in season 3 at all?
Yeah,
it was just never brought up.
No, and like Hawkmoth 2 had this kind of like build up for it where he was like, oh, like, I've been searching for this. It's been 15 years and I'm finally going to take Ladybug and Cat Noir down, which he says every episode, but never mind that. Anyway,
Yeah.
like, you think you would have got like a mention, maybe a shot of a book or like a lesson he was reading, maybe an article, like something.
Also, like, okay, this is kind of like irrelevant, but the part where he was going to the waterfall, you know, and there are like rocks that he had to step up. Why did he jump like that?
He jumps like Mario.
Okay, go ahead.
I remember in one of the episodes, Adrian gets into like behind the painting where he keeps all of like the Miraculouses and stuff. Plag was literally next to one of the Miraculouses, so you think maybe they would have like foreshadowed it there instead of that Miraculous maybe, and that might have made sense, but we never got anything.
Speaking of like the placement and stuff, Marinette, I'm praying that this special goes between season 2 and 3, because Marinette's had a lot of progress with her obsession, and this would be just such a letdown, being that she just plain out goes to Shanghai to follow Adrian. Like, she has family there and an uncle that she could visit, and nope, I'm going for Adrian. Like,
Exactly. That was like her main goal. And then she just like played it off as like, oh, I want to get in touch with my roots. But good thing that she actually did get in touch with her roots like at the end, you know?
I remember when at the end when the bird was like talking about how like they were boyfriend and girlfriend and how her uncle like mentioned it. Even the bird knew that she's not just a friend, and Adrian just cannot connect those dots, and I I just thought that was funny.
Yeah. Adrian's a whole nother frustrating topic.
Yeah.
Well, also too, like talking about Adrian in the special, his dad, I mean, he goes with his dad to Shanghai, obviously, and Gabriel plays this trip off as like they're opening a new branch of the Aggress brand, and that's why we're here, da 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 da. And Adrian's like so excited to be there. He's like excited to see the city, and he's like, Dad, like let's go do some stuff. And Gabriel, the poor father that he is, just kind of sends his son out with gorillas, like go play in the city. I'll meet up with you later. And then Adrian, okay, Marinette is just a friend, but you're telling me that your first initial thought when your dad blew you off was to go find Marinette's uncle to go hang out with him.
You have a point.
Like he could have just said, oh, I should just wait here or call someone or go to like a tourist area or something like that. But he goes, Marinette, my really good friend's uncle.
When we were talking about Gabriel and how he was going into the cave, how did he even find out about that stuff? Like, how has he been planning this all this time?
Yeah, I'm glad you touched on this because I have that problem too. Even though I love the New York special, I have that problem too where he's tracking down this Eagle Miraculous. He's watching this news segment, I'm assuming, right? When they're introducing like the things that they're putting on display for friendship, American French Friendship Week, in New York. And Natalie is sitting in her bed, by the way, whole nother situation, that bedroom.
Right.
Anyway. But Natalie's just sitting in her bed and she's like, that's no Jewel, like what? And then Gabriel's like, we've been tracking down Lost Miraculous. What are you talking about? No, you haven't.
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
They just brought that up just out of nowhere. I feel like they do that a lot with the specials. I mean, we only have 2, but they just bring stuff up and expect us to know what it is.
I feel like maybe there should be maybe something where they explain like what it is, like on a page or something, like on Twitter or Instagram, but we never really get much. It's just like the fans having to pretty much crack it down and predict everything.
Like people are debating on whether she is dead or in a coma. Like they don't touch on that at all either. A lot of people say coma, I feel like, but either way, she's,
She's sleeping.
Yeah, either way you put it, she's Snow White. Like she's straight up in a glass coffin in the basement. Like
Yeah.
Gabriel is grumpy chilling with Snow White in the coffin in his basement.
No, that's
Oh my gosh.
creepy if you think about it. Oh, yeah, your mom just disappeared a year ago, but actually, I'm actually the super secret villain, and that I fight you every single day, and your mom is in the basement.
Yeah, could you imagine Adrian's just kind of like wandering around his house? He's like, what does this button do? Presses it and like drops down into the basement and finds his dead mom in Tupperware. Like, what?
Isn't the button hidden though? Like it's hidden
it's
in
like
the painting of his mom.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. The fact we both did the hand gestures, if you're not watching this, you're listening to this, we like both just did the 2-finger on both hand gesture to open the painting. But yeah.
Yeah.
And almost like find out. I thought that he was gonna find out when I first watched it. When he was like getting the book, I thought he was gonna go down to the basement.
That would have been funny if he just like figured it out somehow and he just like dropped down with Flag, like cartoon style.
Yeah, the platform's not even installed yet. At that point, the platform wasn't installed, so he just falls through the floor.
That would have been great.
Like security cameras, because they check the security footage to see what Adrian did, you know? Don't they have a security camera like in Adrian's room then, if they have it in Gabriel's?
Yeah, you think they'd know when he transformed and stuff.
Yeah, and they're
I didn't even think about that. You're right. I didn't even think about the security camera situation.
So many holes.
they didn't want to like violate his privacy too much, I guess. But then also, I mean, I feel like the gorilla knows about Adrian.
He has to. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, you're
There's
telling
just
me
too many times.
Exactly. Like, he bails on Gorilla so much. He's like, I forgot this, I forgot that. Gorilla's just like, go.
I give up.
I forgot what episode this was, but he was like, oh, I left something at the fencing place. And then Gorilla's just sitting there the entire battle. Like, how long has he been sitting there?
He's playing with his dolls in the driver's seat, like in traffic.
Yes.
Well, bringing it back to like the Shanghai special too. Speaking of Gorilla, actually, in that scene when Adrian and Gorilla go into the city and Adrian's like talking with the people, I believe they're speaking Mandarin, right? Or is it just Chinese?
I think it was Mandarin because that's what he's learning.
Okay. One of the two. Anyway, Gorilla, Adrian's talking to these people and Gorilla's kind of like sideswiping because he sees this cart with dolls. I have a very big problem with the fact that he buys the doll, which is Sparrow, as the Eagle Miraculous, or Jess wearing the Eagle Miraculous, which hasn't happened yet in this timeline, like, because the special is between 2 and 3.
Oh, right.
No, and Aeon was there too in the background. Aeon, like in the
yeah. Yeah, but like Aeon and Jess are superheroes. Like, Jess is supposed to be Sparrow though. So
Right.
like, yeah, they would have dolls, like they would be around still, like people would know who they were, but at the same time, like, she wouldn't have the Eagle Miraculous. You know what I'm saying?
They hadn't even discovered it then yet. Like, they didn't even know it was a thing.
Oh, that's a good point. I never thought about that.
Yeah, same. Wow. And that opens up a whole new world.
Yeah, you think it's like an editing mistake?
I think it is, because this Shanghai special seemed to have like a couple of editing mistakes. Like when Ladybug does her transformation too, she's already wearing her mask. And she's wearing the Friendship Day button too, I think, right? There's something else in the transition.
I think they used her transformation from the Friendship Day thing from New York. Yeah.
Didn't want to edit it again.
They were just like, we're just gonna like copy and paste, like that's fine.
And there was just a little glitch with the mask.
Mm-hmm. I feel like they're like, oh, they're not even gonna really pay attention to like the little details, but we did.
Yeah, people actually made videos of just the clips where it's the mess up.
No, that's how like specific that the fandom is. Like, that's how specific they get, because I mean the episodes are only 20 minutes long and the special is 50, but that's still pretty short for like a movie, you know, so we really have to look at all the little details.
Right.
Well, moving on a little bit in the Shanghai special, I know I was rooting for this and it did not happen. The entire fandom, or not the entire fandom, but a good majority of the fandom was under the impression that from the trailer, the clip of Marinette falling, Cat Noir was going to save her, right?
Right.
We did not get any Mary chat basically in this special. We didn't get any, period. Like, point blank period. We did not get any. Were you guys like rooting for that at all? Like I was, or were you just cool with it too?
Yes, no, I was rooting for it.
And even Cat Noir, he was barely in it too. He just got killed off like during like the middle of the movie. Because you know how he usually listens to Ladybug when she's like, wait, don't use it yet. But he just decides to use it and gets killed off.
Yeah, I feel like they could have kept him in there a little bit longer, but if they kept Cat Noir, then they would have shown less Lady Dragon, and I think that's why they did that. But it did still suck. I was really rooting for that Mary chat scene, but in the end, I still thought it was cute that Faye saved her.
Yes. Oh my god. Faye made the whole special so much better. in my opinion. I mean, like the whole special was about her, first of all, but I feel like without her, it would have been, less interesting.
Right.
Yeah, no, I
She
agree
kinda-
with you.
She gave it a point, like a little bit. At least we got something out of it, like that we now have Lady Dragon and the Prodigious. But like, even though we don't know anything about it, we still got something.
Yeah. Well, also I really want more background on the
Prodigious.
prodigious. Yeah. Her fancy miraculous, that's not a miraculous. That thing. I would like some background. The fancy necklace, yeah. The fancy cool light up necklace. I would love to have some background on that because I love the fact that we got like this origin story of Faye, but is this leading to maybe a series for Faye? Is this going to be a miraculous branch out in Shanghai? Is this going to be for the culture out there? Is this going to be a show that's going to be aired in Mandarin or Chinese? Like this might be like a branch out show maybe. Like I'm wondering if Miraculous is playing into this idea of branching out and making series for each individual country. So like New York would be a series for America, and Shanghai would be a series for Shanghai. And I'm wondering if this is like going somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I wonder if like Faye's ever gonna come back because they don't mention her at all in season 3. Because I mean, they spent that much time with her. I wish she would come back. I want her to come back.
Yeah. Well, it makes me feel a little better too if this is between 2 and 3. When Marinette goes to New York and she had like Jess gives her back the Eagle Miraculous and she's basically like, you can have it. Like that makes me feel a little better about her just like straight up handing out a Miraculous and just like, you can keep it.
Yeah, she's
It's
getting
just-
guardian thing.
It's just more interesting to me that like, because she's the guardian in the end of season 3, and then the New York special happens, right? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so then how, if she's the guardian, why is she just giving away Miraculouses when she knows like that she can't just give the Fox Miraculous to Alia, even though that's her best friend? Do you see what I'm saying?
Or maybe because I know what you're saying, but well, Hawkmoth knows Rena Rouge's identity.
That's true.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that does happen. He knows everybody except for well, he already knew, I was going to say Kagami, but he already knew Kagami's identity from when she first got the Miraculous.
He knows basically every like side Miraculous holder.
I think you're right. I think he found out everyone because basically Chloe was like, if you have a Miraculous, come here. And then the only person that, or was there was 2 people that didn't take their Miraculous, right?
Was Luca?
No,
right?
It wasn't Luca. It was Nino. Because Master Fu had waste.
Oh. But then didn't Cat Noir have the snake Miraculous?
They had to beat him first.
Oh,
right.
Because I just imagine like the bald Cat Noir with the little ears.
Don't remind us. Oh.
No, we don't need to be reminded of Desperata or anything like that.
No, they did it so dirty. Oh my gosh. No,
Go ahead.
Okay, the edits that people make of him with hair, it looks so much better. Like
right.
Did that.
Yeah, like I'm wondering if Plague like kind of went over to Sass and was like, all right, hey, listen, you need to make him ugly when you transform him because we need to teach this kid a lesson. Like
as he should.
Yeah. Or was Sass, did Adrian actually want to look like that, or did Plague like go over to Sass and was like, hey man, like listen.
Like, did he really choose that outfit?
No, even like, are there any? I mean, besides Hawkmoth, like father, like son. Anyways, besides Hawkmoth, are there any Miraculous holders without hair? I don't know.
Nino, yeah.
Oh yeah, Nino has like that hood.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like he's the only one.
I'm like looking at my dolls and my pictures on my wall. I'm like, I don't see anybody who's bald. Like,
Yeah, and they
Okay.
give a nice hair too. But the other
yeah.
Okay, have you guys seen Hawkmoth with hair though? Oh my gosh.
There's someone in our group chat, right? From our group account. There's someone in our group chat who's like a Daddy Hawkmoth stan. I forget who it is though, but we get like these random edits. For those of you who don't know and you're listening right now, the three of us are actually in a group account right now for with multiple different TikTok creators to make different Kwame holders and different Kwame Miraculous. But yeah, it's mostly just a group chat where we all talk, and there's someone in our chat who just sends random pictures of Daddy Hawkmoth, and they're captioned as Daddy Hawkmoth.
Demeter.
Is it Demeter?
Wait, I think it might be Demeter.
Demeter, yeah. What's Demeter's at? If you want to follow someone who stands Daddy Hawkmoth.
But I think I've seen her on my For You page a couple of times. Isn't it like, it's something about Kagami, that's her username.
Kagami is lover.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it is. So if you want to follow somebody who stands Daddy Hawkmoth, follow Demeter, who's at Kagami's lover. But shout out to her. Anyway, kind of bringing it back to Shanghai Special. Ending. We're kind of towards the ending now, I think. While we're talking about it, we hit the Mary chat moment.
The hug.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, before we get to the hug, akumatization. What's our, on a scale of 1 to 10 here, what's our akumatization villain level of threat? Like 1 to 10 here. Because we had 2. So I forget what they were named. But the first guy we had, the guy who was manipulating Faye, and then we had the Guardian of the Prodigious, right?
I'm pretty sure the Guardian of the Prodigious was like really powerful. Like I don't understand. Like her lucky charm was really big. Like it was just really big. So I'm basing it off of that. But yeah.
And also, he didn't even listen to Hawkmoth. Like, he made Hawkmoth disappear.
Yeah.
He said psych. Well, basically Hawkmoth was like barking orders at him, right? And he just kind of turns around and is like, ha, and then it hits him with his little like dust ray. And then what did Cat Noir say? He was like, are we supposed to be happy about this or sad? Like, or is this good or is this bad?
Yeah.
No, his face too. They're just like all next to each other. Their heads were on top of each other, and they're just looking like Hawkmoth disappear.
And they were just like
Yeah, you can kind of collectively see all three of them go, well, anybody have a plan? Because
they can't even defeat Hawkmoth. And that guy was just like completely obliterated him.
But I think it was like her lucky charm. Like, how could she? It was bigger than her, because she could fit in it. She's like super strong. I mean, they get super strength and stuff, but she had to throw that up in the air with Faye for the miraculous ladybug.
Well, speaking of her lucky charm too, because they use it. Faye goes into dragon form, right? Which is that's a whole process to unlock for her to unlock the dragon miraculous. Her and Ladybug have like that heart-to-heart moment after Cat Noir is, dead once again, which happens pretty often. So Ladybug mourns, goes and talks to Faye. They have a heart-to-heart. She unlocks the dragon prodigious and she transforms into dragon, and then she throws up the vase and like shoves it down the Guardian guy's throat.
And he swallows it, and she she breaks the ball inside, which is akumatized because he swallowed it, I think.
Didn't she say take a big gulp of water or something like that, like a pill? Basically,
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
No.
well, where I was leading with that is like after she gets out and like they deakumatize him, and she like washes up on the shore in this vase. This girl pops out of the vase like she just performed the magic act of her life, and it's just like, ta-da!
Oh gosh.
She just got swallowed by this thing and got like spit back up, and she goes, ta-da! Like if I was her, that would be the first thing I would say.
I would have been disgusted.
You're like getting out of the vase like, ew, ew,
Like,
ew.
ew. That was awful.
And like, didn't she have to like hold her breath because the vase, it didn't have a lid or anything, and she was like in that guy's stomach, and isn't there like water? So I don't know what happened in there.
What happened after they defeated him? Because my memory is hazy. I haven't seen it in a while.
Basically they defeat him, Miraculous Ladybug, Fixie Fix. Guardian guy shrinks down. Cat Noir shows back up, so does Hawkmoth. Hawkmoth bails. Cat Noir shows up and Ladybug like runs up and gives him like the biggest hug. And she calls him my kitty, right? Or little kitty? No. She calls him Sweet Kitty in the beginning, or when he calls, right, about Marinette, because Marinette's missing in Shanghai, and he calls and is like, there's a girl missing in Shanghai, her name's Marinette, and she's like, oh, Sweet Kitty, like, oh.
It's so kitty, yeah. Or
they're so cute.
Like, or something like that. But yeah, I forgot what she says exactly, but that moment, it was so sweet, because like, she was so happy, because she probably thought that she lost him,
She's like traumatized from how many times that he's like died.
Yeah, well, Lies, we see a big part of that too, where Ladybug's traumatized about Cat Noir just kind of like killing himself in these missions, and she's like, don't do it. Like, Cat Noir's threatening to jump off his stick into like the truth bubble of Kagami, or Lie's truth bubble, or sorry, Lies' lie bubble thing. Anyway, he's like threatening to fall off, and she's basically like, don't you dare do this again. Like, don't you do this again right now. I don't need this.
But the amount of trust that he has in her, and also same with Gamer too, he just jumped off. Because like, he knew that she was gonna bring him back,
No, it's super sweet. Like, the amount of trust they have is super sweet, but at the same time, like, Ladybug is shook.
She's been put through a lot, especially in the new episodes, the new season.
Yeah, she goes through so much emotion. But I think someone else brought this up. I forgot their username, but someone said, like, how did she not get akumatized? Because usually when they have like breakdowns or something, they get akumatized, but she hasn't.
Yeah, I know Talia Cesare, she made a list of the akumatizations, the number of times they've the number of times somebody's been akumatized by like one person, or the reason they were akumatized is because of one person, and it was like Marinette at number 1 and Chloe at number 2, but Marinette has like
17. I remember the number. It was 17.
Chloe was 16?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So what?
Yeah, but like, people are like, people usually don't like Chloe because they're like, oh, Chloe's so mean, she causes a lot of like acumatizations, but so does Marinette. But the thing is, Marinette doesn't do it on purpose. But then Kagami, I mean, not Kagami, Chloe, she's just mean. Character, that's her character.
Yeah. Well, Chloe too, like, I enjoy Chloe's character. I really enjoyed Chloe's character when we had like the character arc with her, and then Thomas came back and they threw that all out the window, and what's it called though? Chloe has like so much potential to be this good character, but you're exactly right. She just is broken family, broken past, mom basically emotionally just ignored her. And she likes she likes to make people mad because that's what her mom did to her. Like, it's just fun to her. Like, Marinette doesn't mean to do that.
Right.
This, like, Chloe's mom and her, they're so similar. Like how they bonded by being mean. Like, that's how they bonded.
I guess it's just like for Chloe, she's trying to make her mom pay attention to her by being like her. I think it's obviously not an excuse like for being like a mean person, but like at the same time, you can't help but feel a little bit bad because she's clearly been neglected and emotionally ignored for a long time.
Yeah, and like her mom doesn't even say her name right. She goes Chlorine.
Or Claudine.
What about Zoe?
Oh yeah, speaking of which, that's actually a great segue from the Shanghai special into the spoilers we just got. We actually just got a really big spoiler about Zoe. She's Chloe's half sister. So, do you guys have like a theory maybe about which parent she shares with Chloe, or maybe is there like Milla
Oh,
excited? Milla got really excited just now, so I'll let her.
Um, I really think it might be Jagged because you looked at me weird.
Please continue.
I-
Please go on.
I really think it might be Jagged because I feel like he like just he's a rock star. He can be with women, you know, and he has that fame. And so since he didn't tell like Luca that he was his dad for so long, even though Luca had been asking, like couldn't he just keep that from like Chloe or like Zoe too? You know? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. But I think they confirmed that the shared parent was Audrey, right?
Right, that's what I'm talking about. Like
Oh, they
Audrey would have
did.
been that mom but they have fame in common, and that's what I'm saying could have pulled them together.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they confirmed which parent they shared. I didn't know
It
that.
was
So,
Audrey.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Well, that narrows down the search at least.
Yeah.
Or some people think it's Gabriel because they were pretty close with each other, you know?
Yeah, I had a little bit. I'm not gonna lie on that one. I kind of had a little bit of a hunch that it was Gabriel. The only problem I have with that is that Zoe looks younger than Chloe, and that would mean that she's also younger than Adrian. So, if
Yeah.
if that happened, that would mean it was after Gabriel and Emily had procreated Adrian. So,
It also
um,
makes me think that like he is literally fighting to get Emily back
Mhm,
so much. I just don't think he would have cheated on his wife because he's clearly shown his loyalty. So I don't know why he would do that. And then there would be a child. I feel like he would find some way to like not make that happen, you know?
Yeah, and also like the whole show is basically like based around how much Gabriel is devoted to his wife, you know? That's the whole reason he's doing all this. So I don't think he would have, you know.
Cheated on her.
Mm.
yeah, and that's kind of where I'm at too. There's a little voice in the back of my head too that's saying maybe he's doing it out of guilt, like maybe he's actually trying to get this wish and like bring her back because she did use the Peacock Miraculous for him, and then he cheated on her because he said he's been doing this for 15 years in the Shanghai special. So we just got like a timeline of how long he's been trying to track down Ladybug and Cat Noir. And maybe there was no Ladybug and Cat Noir they were tracking down. It was just looking for the Miraculous at that point. So maybe Emily used the Miraculous. He got frustrated, went out one night. Things happened with Chloe's mother, and Zoe was born.
And
Right.
there's also this other guy. I don't really know who he is, but I saw it on Instagram. I forgot their at too. And it was this guy. I think he's like a background character or something like that. I don't remember him. He has blonde hair and like a pink streak, just like Zoe. And
Oh, wait. I think I might know who you're talking about. Are you talking about the guy that came in and was like a really huge fan of Jagged's and was like wanting a picture? He got akumatized.
oh yes, I think it is him. Like,
Yeah, is that who you're talking about?
but their hair is the same, so people are saying. Mhm.
Okay,
That'd be
you're
great.
talking about a Pixelator, right?
Yeah, Pixelator.
Because he has blonde hair and a pink streak, just like Zoe.
That'd be really crazy. I feel like cause they're like really different worlds. So that'd be really crazy if Audrey was with a crazed fan.
Yeah, I don't. Maybe it'll be like a plot twist, or he's gonna be like a. I don't. To be honest, I don't really think that it's gonna be him, because he's not like a major character. You know, we've only seen him.
Right. They just look alike.
Well, yeah, too. I have a very hard time believing that Miraculous actually had that much forethought in something like that.
Yeah, but
Right.
like in season 1, oh my god, I forgot her name. The one with the short hair, and she was in Alia's magazine or something like that. And then
Majestia. Yeah,
Yeah.
and Alia talks about Majestia in season 1, or in Origins actually, where she's like, all that is necessary for the triumph of evil is that good people do nothing.
Yeah, I feel like because they foreshadowed that, and the New York special came out like last year, and it started since 2015. So maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, I was wondering though if that was like, if the New York special was kind of based off of like that comic book, because Alia like obviously is obsessed with superheroes, so maybe they were like, well, let's do specials. How about a New York special where we bring back that hero Alia talks about for like 5 seconds in season 1?
Right.
Yeah,
but yeah,
then he's not really a major character, so.
Yeah, no, I'm very curious to see how that situation plays out and who her dad is. And no, I actually love the fact you brought up Jagged, Mila, because that's honestly, I love that. I love that better than Gabriel's.
Yeah, I've never heard of Jagged before, but now it's kind of making sense.
Really? I've heard a lot of people talk about Jagged.
Really? I don't know. I've just been kind of trying to avoid spoilers, but I still get them, you know?
Right. I look for them. I'm addicted to like searching for them all the time. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I don't search for them necessarily, but I will say that all my post notifications are on, so when they do come up, I'm like, click. My phone's
Like,
just gonna do it, so.
Like it's there.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
I was going to say, what about the Banana Queen spoiler? The akumatization with Chloe.
I don't know how I feel about that. I'm wondering if it's like a combination of akumatization again, like in Gang of Secrets. I'm wondering if it's like the same kind of situation with Chloe and Gorilla.
Oh, that would make a lot of sense actually. Maybe like Gorilla's just enjoying his banana and he was just there.
Yeah, like maybe Chloe gets akumatized, or like Chloe gets mad and maybe like smashes Gorilla's banana or something.
What if
and
she
then
slips
he's
on a
mad?
banana peel?
And that's
There you go.
weapon.
Yes.
Yeah, and like also, what do you guys think that her superpower is? Because I know we get like the clip of people getting hit and bananas
like-
going everywhere. So
She like has a banana gun that she shoots, and I feel like that's it. And they're gone. They like turn into bananas, I swear. Like, because I remember she shot at Sabrina, and I think I remember Sabrina falling into like a banana. So I think she just turns people into bananas.
Everyone turns into Banana War.
please tell me we're gonna get like a reprise of Cat Noir in the banana suit. Please, I would
Yeah.
love that.
Yes.
Like, actually, I'm gonna go undercover, Ladybug. So
Yeah, like I'm a banana slave, banana queen. Believe it.
No, Banana War is so, I don't know, like iconic. I feel like no, he has to come back in the banana episode.
Yes. Go ahead.
Monster Fruit episode just felt like a normal episode, you know? There was nothing that big about it. So I was just like, I thought that was the first episode when I first watched it. And the thing is, I watched it in Portuguese because that's the language that it came out on. I didn't have subtitles either, so I don't really know what really happened, but it felt like a normal episode.
yeah, I watched it in Portuguese as well. I watched it without subtitles and then I found it with subtitles. Basically, all that happens is like the Guardian guy shows up, is trying to take the miraculous box away from Marinette. He I think he gets mad because Marinette's not like following tradition, and then he finds out like Master Fu is the one that gave it to her and he didn't follow tradition. So he's like, that's not how it's done, and like pulls a Marinette's grandpa.
Exactly
Basically
how
like
does it.
yeah, he pulls a Marinette's grandpa on everything, and he's like, I'm taking your Miraculous boss, and she's like, no, you're not. And then he's like, where's Plag? And then Cat Noir shows up, and he's like, see, I'm fine, like I'm a good person. Then they get in a fight. Then he gets mad, and like he has like a magic stick thing, like that leads him to the Miraculous box, and Marinette steals it. Cat Noir and her run away with it. He needs to find another way to locate them, so he thinks Master Fu probably has something to do with, like, maybe he has something that could help him find it, even though he doesn't realize that he doesn't remember anymore. And he goes to Master Fu and basically steals his cane, and realizing it's the staff thing that he had. Basically steals his cane. Master Fu doesn't remember that that's what that does. And he's like, what the heck, man? And you're threatening my woman. And he gets akumatized. And then he just like fights Cat Noir and Ladybug. And then basically Marinette and Cat Noir prove to the Guardian guy that they're capable of having this Miraculous box. A Guardian guy is like, I'll just keep an eye on you. I'm going to stick around in Paris. You slip up, though I'm taking the Miraculous box, pretty much.
That once, okay, I know that it happened in the soccer field or something like that, you know, and they're like playing soccer or something, and Cat Noir just goes, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They were like, I think they were playing keep away basically from Master Fu, and Cat Noir gets carried away and shoots it at the goal.
Yeah, I was like, wait, does that have something to do with anything? I didn't know if they were supposed to shoot it in the goal or if he just did.
I think it was just him being Cat Noir.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. Well, actually, this is kind of a good point to start to wrap things up. So I'll bring like the last topic I had for you guys to talk about. We just got confirmation for season 6 and 7. Are you guys excited? Are you guys kind of concerned about how long this is going to be on? Are you like, what's your opinion?
I just don't know like how they're going to continue this, because are they going to defeat Hawkmoth eventually and there's going to be a new villain, or are they going to defeat Hawkmoth during season 7? Like but it's been so long already that like I can only take so much more Hawkmoth.
So they said there was gonna be a new Hawkmoth, so maybe not Gabriel, but I feel like they're still gonna be trying to defeat Hawkmoth, but just not Gabriel as Hawkmoth, you know?
Right.
And I'm excited because, okay, I don't really watch shows that have a lot of seasons because I just can't get through it, you know? But since Miraculous, I'm so invested in it. I have like a whole account for it. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you about season 6 and 7. I'm very excited. I'm excited that we're going to get so much content, but at the same time, I agree with you. I don't know how much more of Hawkmoth I can take, and the dance of doom, as he would say, that he's doing with Ladybug and Cat Noir. So yeah, exactly. Like I would love to see them play into the future that they brought up, the future idea of Cat Noir and Ladybug as adults. Because obviously there's more heroes that are going to be introduced, because Alex we see as a Miraculous, and that hasn't happened yet. So I'm curious to know how she gets her Miraculous. I'm curious to know how the future plays out with the new Hawkmoth. How did they get the Miraculous? Like, because wouldn't have Ladybug and Cat Noir have defeated the villain and taken the Miraculous back? So I'm curious to know how that's all going to play out.
I do have one more point, actually.
Yeah.
So Rose, we did get confirmation that she was going to get the Pig Miraculous.
Yeah, we did do that.
And so we also think that Julika is going to get the Tiger Miraculous, Mark's going to get the Goat Miraculous, and Nathaniel's going to get the Rooster Miraculous, and then Ivan's the Ox, and then Myleena's the Mouse. That's right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I just didn't know.
Yeah. I think that's all got confirmed with the theme song, actually, right? Because we got like the animal drawings
ears
on them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what about, you know, in the King of Secrets, like Marinette's friends all do like a little pounded thing, but they go like bunny check and they go like this. And someone said Oh, is that like foreshadowing Bunnix or something like that? Because why did they
Yeah.
bunny?
Oh, like the
Yeah,
new
I was
Pound It.
curious.
Like, where did that come from? Maybe it's like a thing that we'll know in the future, but I don't know.
Yeah, I was curious to know about that too. It's kind of out of the blue too, because they've never like had a handshake or anything. So I'm wondering too if it's like maybe something that Alex messed with in the timeline and was like, I'm gonna make my friends do a handshake that has to do with the bunny because I'm the bunny, obviously. So I was curious about that too.
That would be cute.
Yeah, Alex would do that.
Yeah, it's something that's not gonna mess with like history, but it's something that she could be like, yeah, I did that thing. um. Well, anyway, it's been over an hour now, so we should probably wrap up. Thank you guys for coming on. Go ahead and tell them where to find you. Give them your ads, give them your Instagram, anything you want to plug.
Well, thank you for having me. And my TikTok is Chatons Baton. My Instagram is chatons dot baton.
Thank you for having me. My TikTok at is Milla Grest with 2 E's, and my Instagram is myramu_.
Yeah, so make sure to go follow them. I'll have their links in my description down below on all platforms, so you should be able to find them there. My ats as normal are at being court or at being underscore court05 across the board on everything. Make sure to subscribe to this channel so that you get updates if you're watching on YouTube, and also make sure to subscribe if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Google Playlists so that you get updates when episodes come out. So yeah, thank you guys for coming on, and we'll see you later. Bug out. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.